our flag, ooh, the red, white, and blue. When the band played Hail Now to the G, God, they point the cannon at you. It ain't me, yeah, I ain't no patriot son. It ain't me, yeah, I ain't no fortunate one. Some folks in hell, star-spangled eyes, oh, they up themselves. And when the tax man come knocking on the door, God, the house set up like a Roman say. It ain't me, yeah, I ain't no silver-eyed son. It ain't me, yeah, I ain't no fortunate one. Some folks are born star-spangled eyes, oh, Lord, they help themselves. And when the tax man came knocking on the door, oh, they only asked for more. It ain't me, yeah, I ain't no millionaire son. It ain't me, yeah, I ain't no fortunate one. It ain't me, yeah, I ain't no general son. It ain't me, yeah, I ain't no fortunate one. It ain't me, yeah, I ain't no free son. It ain't me, yeah, I ain't no fortunate one.
Okay, welcome back to Intimate Sessions. Great rendition there, guys. Acoustic. Like we said earlier, these guys are going to do two electric numbers also. But we'll talk about that, or we'll hear that a little later on. Anyway, I'd like to ask the songs in your album, because you did an original one earlier. The songs in your album, do they have a specific message? What are they about?
Well, like for example, that one we did kanina, that was Left Alone. That one's about, like for example, having a problem that's just, you've been racking your brains on, you realize you can't figure it, you can't solve it, so just leave it, leave it alone. Just let what'll happen, because you obviously can't do anything about it anymore. So that's what that's about. And then What Grows in Your Garden, that's like about having skeletons in your closet that you don't want people to,
That you don't want people to find, or...
but eventually those skeletons are going to come out.
Yeah, eventually.
Yeah,
So anyway, is there any particular message that the album as a whole gives out to the listening public or something like that? What was that? Come on, Manoy.
Go to church.
All right. There you have it. Wolf, what can you say about that?
All the songs are just different ideas put into one. There's no central idea in the album. It's just that's what this band's about, different ideas put into one. So that's it.
All right, everybody's ideas. How about you? When you wrote the lyrics, what was in your mind?
Halik ni Judas is because there's this certain person I'm pissed at, so there. And Natutulog Ka Mundo, like I said, it's Basti's song. It's about longing for friends, like if your friends are still true to you or something like that. So there.
All right. Great lyrics, Mon. Anyway, I got two questions for Basti here. All right, first of all, did you always have a high voice? Because I mean, yours is one of the higher voices in the local rock scene today. Yours is one of the higher. Don't tell me how you got it, but did you always have one?
Yeah. I think it wasn't like this before, but then, I kept on singing, and I don't know, one day it just went up.
Just went up like that. Maybe I should try that. I still haven't reached the range that I want, but anyway. Okay. And I heard a rumor somewhere. Okay, maybe the guys know about this, but I heard a rumor somewhere that you normally eat a goldfish before every gig. Is that true? Is there any truth to that rumor?
I used to live in Lucena City, and we had a lot of like remedies,
Remedies.
yeah, and stuff down there. So I'll just leave it at that.
Remedies. Remedies. Eating a goldfish could be a remedy. Never mind. Okay, so much for that. Some people may practice that. Anyway, let's talk about something else. In the local scene, naman, I'd like to ask your opinion. In the local scene, what bands do you enjoy listening to? In the local scene, I mean, be it rock or jazz, what local bands do you guys enjoy listening to? Manuel.
I like Electric Sky Church, Razorback, Coco Jam, yeah, Charlie Webb.
Thank you. How about you, Basti?
I like. We went when we played in Calya. In Mayrex, there's a band called Mutiny.
Mutiny, yeah.
Yeah,
They're good. They're good. I agree. Yeah, they've been around for a while. Anyway, you guys share the same sentiments, or would you like to add anything else? I mean, this is for everybody to know that what you like, man.
Yeah, they said a lot. Mutiny is one of the bands that, because the other bands we know, they're our friends. Mutiny is one we don't know that much. Bonehead, Baguio. I like Baguio, their music. Who else? Nash, yeah, Nash. And there's some other bands there. I don't remember their name, but there are a lot of good bands now.
Mon here has come from a lot of local bands, right? We don't have to talk about them, but if you want to give credit to any of the bands that you like, go ahead.
Bands that I like the group actually they play a lot of sting and stuff like that. They got a great bass player. I usually look at the bass players. Erectus and pretty good, the bass player again. And a lot more. Like I don't really go out that much, but I guess they're pretty good.
All right, so bravo to those bands that these guys like. Anyway, we talked about what you like. Now, what is the music that you, shall I say, dislike the most? Not, we won't use the harsh word, but what type of music do you dislike the most? What can't you see you guys playing?
Disco. Disco, definitely.
All right,
Worse than hip hop. Yeah.
disco is worse than hip hop.
Disco's just unbearable.
Okay.
I don't understand how people can all pack themselves in a room and make themselves dizzy with all. No, I don't understand it.
Well, I mean, it could be good for people who like to dance, because definitely they have to dance to something. But
That's it.
you don't know how to dance. All right, neither do I. I don't dance. Anyway, so that's one. Is there anything else that you'd like to flush down the toilet or something like that?
I don't know. I like understanding music.
Mm-hmm.
So the music that I really don't understand, that I can't get, I don't like.
How about
Yeah, well, yes, I'm sure. Yes, I could understand.
yes,
I
as
could learn to
in
like that because you can't have any disrespect for that band.
Rick Wakeman, John Anderson? Yes. Oh, wow. Okay. Speaking about that type of music, what can you say about the Pinoy rock scene today? I mean, it's a scene that we're all in. So what can you say about it?
I think it's, I don't know, I like it. It's rising, and
Finally, after all these years,
yeah,
huh?
it's giving guys like us and other guys who play rock a chance to let other people hear the music.
It's not.
I see it. A lot of people say that it's uso. It's the in thing. You have to play rock. You have to listen to rock. But I guess rock music's always been there. It's just that the public's noticing us now than the 80s. The 80s konti lang, pero ngayon everyone, even in the province, a friend of mine just came back from the province and there are a lot of bands there too. So the whole Philippines is playing now.
Okay, one last thing about that. Do you think there's so many bands that came up, okay, we talked about the local bands, Nash was one, and then Electric Sky Church from Manuel. Do you think there's room for all the Pinoy local bands to make waves, shall we say, in in the market?
Yeah, I think so. I think every single band that's making it is like hitting a certain point. You know, they're not all doing the same thing. A lot of people are
That's
doing
very
different
important.
things, and I
Okay.
think there's room. You know, as long as everybody learns to get together.
All right. Let's talk about your influences. What bands influenced you guys? I mean, in general.
I think, yeah, I
How's
think
that?
Iron Maiden.
I think
Heavy
like
band there.
70s, 60s, classic rock
60s.
bands.
I like the 60s. What 60s band?
Cream,
Cream.
yeah, Free. Jimi Hendrix, yeah, Jimi Hendrix.
Idol.
Led Zeppelin.
Okay, you mentioned Cream, so that's top of the mind. Can you guys do a Cream song?
Yeah.
Kaya ba?
Yeah, we can do